Welcome to Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel where I talk about all kinds of edible things, subtropical things, tropical things. You get the idea. Alright, so this is part of a series called Coronavirus Backyard Projects. And one of the backyard projects that I've done recently was to revitalize my yard. Now, one of the things that I like is to have a healthy, soft yard I can play on. So, now this grass looks about like the standard I want for the entire yard. Unfortunately, years of neglect in this particular area resulted in it being down to sand here on a barrier island, and just beneath the very thin surface of topsoil there is sand, and it was down to bare sand in all these patchy areas. So what I did was some very light fertilization with granular fertilizer, a couple of series of that, just to lightly fertilize it, kind of wake it up in the early spring. And when I say early spring, I mean starting in January in Florida. And then cleared out some weeds which had occurred in there, which took advantage of that sandy situation. Also got the sprinkler system 100% rocking. And here it's basically a desert environment, so if you don't have irrigation to some extent, you don't have grass. And then I got 60 bags of 50% compost, 50% cow manure, and put it on my yard, and then watered it in, and wow, what a difference that has made. You can see that these patches are starting to really grow in now. You know, I'm satisfied as long as it looks green. So I don't mind the types of grasses. Like we've got some Bermuda grass here that's growing in. And we've got St. Augustine grass, and there might even be a little bit of crabgrass growing in. That's when I just try to pull that out as I see it. It's an undesirable type of grass because it dies in the fall and looks very brown, so it's not a good situation. But you can see how much this grass is growing in since that compost and manure went down. One thing you're going to see with the St. Augustine in the spring, if it's healthy, is that it's going to do this. It's going to start sending out these runners that then expand. And the St. Augustine itself is a lot like what I always referred to as crabgrass. It just expands in all directions as a running plant. But you can see it's really starting to run up. With weed, that's the other thing. Get on top of these little weeds. Get them out by the root when they're little. You see them as you're upgrading your yard to a new and better situation. But you'll see these growing out, and as long as you keep it watered and you have plenty of light. Oh, that's the other thing I did. This tree, my chocolate pudding tree, used to be about 25 feet taller, so I topped it. And that was a significant project, but the result is this whole area, which had also been very shaded, not getting enough water, not getting enough fertilizer, down to sand, no soil left. All those factors have been fixed, and now you can see it is growing in like crazy, and it is only a matter of time before this is the common situation back here. Another thing we did was we passed the football about 10,000 times running down here, my son and I, so we just wore it out. We used it a lot. Yeah, so anyway, if you like videos like this, hey, go ahead and subscribe to Eat Your Backyard, where I continue to update you on the progress of my backyard. So, hey, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like it, and go ahead and subscribe. That way you'll be notified as new videos come out. And thank you for watching Eat Your Backyard.